So I'm here today in a sugar beet field just outside Necton in mid-Norfolk with Kevin, who farms this crop, and Michael from NFU Sugar. Kevin, this crop doesn't look well. It's half yellow. What's going on?
Well, a lot of this is virus yellow that's come in, the aphid problem we've had. There's no dressing on the seed to protect it. So that's come in, destroyed that. We then get supplementary diseases then come in.
Because this would normally be bright green leaves, right? They wouldn't be like this all brown.
No, they'd be greener than these greenest ones here. So that's the problem we've got.
How serious does this affect your yield? And
it can knock the yield probably anything 50%.
50%?
Yeah. Because you not only got the tonnage has been spoiled because they can't produce the sugars from the sunlight. It's now started to regenerate itself, because bearing in mind that's a biennial crop anyway.
Right.
So these new leaves that's drawing on its own reserve.
So you're trying to recover and it's using the sugar. 50%. Now you grow your sugar for British Sugar.
Yes.
Talk me through how this works. This is normally grown under contract, isn't it? Kevin has a contract with British Sugar.
Yes, British Sugar.
Is this going on across the whole of the industry?
This is particularly a bad problem for the Whittington factory area,
in our part of the world,
which is where Kevin supplies to, and that is the biggest of the 4 factories. You know, Whissy is about twice the size of all the others.
What's causing this year? A combination of weather. Why is this so bad?
We had a really wet winter 2019, really dry spring in 2020. We've had a perfect storm. We then had the spring drought. Aphid bomb arrived. They were about a couple of weeks ahead of the beneficial predators, ladybirds, etc., which hadn't hatched at that time. So that allowed the virus to get in. Kevin and other growers will have sprayed perhaps 2 or 3 applications of spray, which we now have to use. We used to have a seed treatment, which just coated the seed that protect the crop for the first 12 weeks of its life. So like humans have had COVID, we've now got virus yellows in the beet, and it's become quite a problem.
So I was about to say, we grow sugar beet at home and it's normally a most beautiful green colour. I used to work at Elsom's, the seed company. We did seed treatments.
Yeah.
Kevin, just talk through really, how does that work? The seed gets treated.
So when you that's when you sow that the seedling then grows, and the treatment on the seed protects the seedling in its first stages of life.
You're not allowed to do that now, so instead this year you've had to spray the crop in the field.
Overall, yeah, I mean the damage we've caused because we had to spray overall to try and control the disease. Anything that's there would get killed, unfortunately. We avoided, on one of the other fields, we avoided an application of insecticide because we had a high population of ladybirds come in, so we let them do the work for us.
So we banned the seed treatment. That means you got 50% crop reduction. You're having to put more spray on top.
Yes.
What's the long-term solution for this, really? Presumably it's the genetics and the breeding. Can we breed a crop that's
There's
resistant?
some exciting work going on with gene editing CRISPR. It could take anywhere 3-5 years to, once that's passed and put into law, you know, when we get to next year, which could give us the technology which would reduce farmers having to use chemical applications on a wide variety of crops, but particularly it could be a genetic switch, which is within the plant itself.
I understand. This isn't GM. This is
very
naturally occurring.
Yeah, very safe science, and you know, down the road places like Johnny and this and that are world leaders in it.
So we're world leaders in the science. We're world leaders in the growing, even in a tough year like this. This is a key industry for the UK. What are we looking at in terms of this year's effect on the crop internationally, and given trade and Brexit? Is the industry in rude health? What's the situation?
We only produce 50% of the sugar consumption in the UK within the home market. The rest is imported from Europe or through as cane sugar. The government have proposed an 18Q tariff to allow another extra 280,000 tonnes of imported cane into the market. Should the Prime Minister get a deal with Europe, the 400,000 tonnes that would come through on that free tariff there, plus this other, is severely going to affect the UK market and put excellent growers that we have under some
have it, it's a key industry here in mid-Norfolk and in Norfolk generally and East Anglia. Wissington factory is one of the world's premier sugar factories doing extraordinary work. We've got growers struggling with the new regulations to try and find a way of letting the crop grow without losing yield. Norfolk leads on the science in that, but we're in danger if we don't get the trade negotiations right of putting this industry out of business. And it's an industry right on the front line of both modern farming but also modern energy and all of that science behind making sure that the world can generate the food and the energy sustainably in the next few decades to avoid global warming and all those challenges. It's a key industry and we've got to make sure that we look after it, give the growers what they need to grow the crop and make sure the industry can trade fairly across the world. There's a lot of talk about free trade at the moment. Free is normally cheap, and dumping here in the UK would kill this industry.